are on your side. In Victoria, it is against the law for someone to discriminate against you because of a characteristic that you have or someone assumes you have, such as race, including color, nationality, ethnic origin, and ethnicity. I'm Seema Abdullah, and I came to Australia with my family from Pakistan. Initially lived in Melbourne for a few years and then moved to Shepparton. Greater Shepparton is a city of 65,000 people and has always been a choice destination for people from non-traditional backgrounds. And it has a demographic profile unique for a provincial Australian city.
My name's Ali Albertat. I live in Shepparton, been here for 15 years.
I am Mejgan Alizada. I'm originally from Afghanistan, and in 2006 we moved to Australia.
My name is Samed Yassin and I live in Shepparton, Victoria.
Omen Lovu. I live in Shepparton. I work in Shepparton, but I originally come from Zimbabwe.
One day I was, before a game that I was refereeing, I was witnessing a bit of racism happening in the game prior to my game. It was a under 18s game, so young people, and it was young boys playing. And there was an incident where someone did a tackle that the people on the sidelines obviously didn't like. And watching soccer, those tackles get made all the time. This particular incident, the spectators felt that it's because of this person's background that they did a tackle like that. I guess they just wanted an excuse to have a go at this young man. And this young man obviously didn't appear to be your typical Australian young man. Obviously the people on the sidelines, not knowing anything about this kid, just wanted to attack him in a way which really would have breaking his heart, because they were using racial comments and abusing him for being from a particular area of the world. His behaviour changed dramatically straight after the incident, and he was being actually very aggressive because it must have taken a toll on him, this particular comment that some people made. And at the time I was young and I didn't really know what to do.
As a Muslim person or individual, I think everyone once in a while does experience racism.
There was a group on my way to university that was protesting against Muslims. So they had like signs that said, you know, ban Sharia law, stop Muslims, send Muslims back to their country. So it was something that I used to face every single week, and until it kind of got to me, like I was like, you know, I'm a proud Muslim, I'm who I am. So let me go try facing these guys, but it was too dangerous to face them as a Muslim. So I decided to show up there as a Christian Italian.
And me and my friend were just walking the street where suddenly I hear this young woman swearing at me and calling me Muslims names and things like that. I don't know, I don't exactly remember, but the fact that she started abusing me violently and she punched me in the forehead, saying that, I don't know, it was a very traumatic time. And at the time didn't know exactly what to do the first time. I just learned how to call the police at the time, so I called the police 900 000, and the police came. When they came, she started crying and everything, that she's sorry, that she didn't mean it, and I said it's all right. But I moved on, and ever since then I still make fun of that time to myself, the fact that I got punched and I had a bruised forehead for a while. And even my friends, they make fun of me. It's just that way for us to cope with the trauma.
Fridays, if you walk down the street late in the evening, you will always get somebody abusing you. This particular day, it wasn't late in the evening, it was just about 5:30 when I was knocking off from work on Friday, walking home, where a group of young people were in a car, and they started shouting at me, telling me to go back where I come from, and all the profanities you can ever think about. And I do get that from time to time, so it's part of, you know, maybe part of a few in the community or the bad apples in the community. But that's what you get, you know, for being who you are, unfortunately.
I would do things differently by maybe reporting the incident to authorities, because things like that shouldn't be happening and people like that should be called out. And it's unfortunate that the spectators around this particular person were happy to hear the comments and didn't actually tell them off. And that's what we want to change, I guess.
Our older generations, for example, our parents, our moms in general, they come into experiences like that, or when they hear people or people verbally abuse them or swear at them, they don't exactly know what to do.
Something happens to you and you feel like this is just not fair, because you have no control over where you're born, you have no control over who your parents are, and no one should ever attack you on things that you have no control over. And people should be treating each other as just equal human beings.
There are always services available. There are always people who are willing to help people like us. And there might be people who are against us, of course, but we're not alone. And young generations like myself, we are striving to provide support to the people, to our parents and to our communities, as well as to the people outside our own communities, so that in general we would want to spread peace and peace about our religion, peace about our culture.
My advice would be proud of who you are, okay? No matter who you are, what religion you follow, what race you are, be proud of yourself, okay? Being proud of yourself and actually knowing yourself, okay? So if you know your religion, you know yourself, you know you're right, why let their perspectives get to you? Yeah.
I think the biggest problem is not about myself. I'm done and dusted with it one way or another. But I'm worried for the young people who are growing up in this country, who believe they are Australians, who know they are Australians, who are Australians. But how are they going to react to this? Are we prepared? Have we prepared them?
If any of these examples apply to you, remember there are options to consider, such as seeking advice from the Ethnic Council Shepparton and District. If you are seeking legal advice about your options, you can contact Victoria Legal Aid. If you are a victim of racial or religious vilification involving threats of violence, you should immediately report it to Victoria Police at your local police station. You can also report it through Crime Stoppers on 1-800 333 000 or to an emergency phone call at 000. Whichever option you choose, please make sure you seek the support of your family and friends. And remember, as a victim of racism, the law is on your side.
Never be discouraged by their words, because they're words of ignorance. They don't know exactly what they're saying. They just think that they're right. However, if you experience such things, make sure you go find support. Make sure you speak to other people. Make sure you speak to people who know English as well as they know your language and they know how to find support for you.
I just want you to know that we are on your side.
The biggest thing is come through, let's have a discussion, because we're on your side.
We are on your side. No matter what religion, faith or race you are, we are one.
Yes, we are on your side, and never forget that.
If you wish to make a formal complaint, you can lodge it with Victorian Equal Opportunity and Human Rights Commission, where complaints are resolved through conciliation.